It's a cloudy day outside, it's windy and it might rain, but it's a perfect day to be in the forest and enjoy a day of adventure, exploring and doing some landscape photography. And today I'm going to do just that with my 70 to 200mm lens and my 24 to 105. The body is a full frame Canon EOS R. Let's enjoy some photos inside the forest. A lesson that I learned from the first year as a landscape photographer many years ago is that it doesn't matter if it's summer, you have to be ready for cold, because you can feel cold from all sorts of reasons. So a good tip would be to have something warm to wear, something to put on your head, something to protect you from the rain. As a landscape photographer that prefers to photograph mostly in the forest, I learned over time that forest can have a deep impact on you as a person, on your spirit, on your mind. It's like a therapy. It's like calming you. It has this power to calm you down. Whenever you are close to a tree, if you just touch it with your hand, if you just put your hand on the tree, you'll start to feel calm. I think maybe because you feel how strong the tree is, or I don't know why, but when I take people on private tours inside forests, I had some unusual requests lately, and that's why maybe I'm talking about this. People that were depressed, they were heavily depressed, and they were searching for a way to get out of it. And they sent me an email. They came to me, and I just took them in the forest. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a person that does therapy. I just took them in nature, and I put them to take photos of no matter what. I just gave them something to do, and it had an incredible positive effect on them. I noticed right away this group of trees. And what I really liked was two big trees guarding a third one that's in the middle. It's in a little bit more light than the other two. And it also has a branch that has the leaves brown on it. So I can work with this in the term that I can expose for that area of light. Now I'm going to have a little bit of darkness on the sides of the photo. And then I could desaturate a little bit the green and saturate a little bit the reddish brown and increase the contrast a little bit more on that lighter area. And I could get an interesting and beautiful photo. Now, I will experiment with the shutter speed because it's windy, and I'm thinking maybe it looks good with the leaves moving, but I'm going to experiment with different shutter speeds just to have all the versions with the leaves still and the leaves moving. Now, when I talk about exploring the place, I really mean that. It means that you don't just take one photo of this tree, for example. I'm just going in hiking in the forest. I'm exploring the location, because exploration as a landscape photographer is a little bit different than exploring the forest just to know the forest. I'm exploring the possibilities of different compositions. So I'm taking multiple photos of the same tree from all around it. And this is the way I found that there are basically two trees. There's a wild cherry together with a beech tree, and together they form this symbiotic organism. I don't know which feeds on each, on who, but it's interesting and beautiful to watch. This is a bridge of ants, or the highway of ants. Really, really beautiful to watch something like this. They are going over there in that direction of the rock, but they have such a precise route they are following. John Muir said, "The mountains are calling and I must go." But for me, it's the forest and everything that represents this beautiful ecosystem. And for me, landscape photography is just a way of showing people how I see nature. Because I don't think photography, it's a selfish act. And you're doing photography. Yes, you're doing photography because you want to, and in a way for you, but you need to get your photos out there for people to see. The sun made its appearance from beyond the clouds, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought it's going to be a cloudy day, and it's going to rain at a certain point. But as you can see, nature has a way of, I don't know, making its own schedule. It's also part of the adventure. It's also part of being a landscape photographer. So I need to find a way to deal with this. Inside the forest, the light is patchy. But I'm going to use my 70-200 right now. And I'm already seeing something or some frames that can look interesting. I really like right now is that it's really windy. The wind is violent. And I will capture the movement of the leaves. I close the aperture at f32, 0.8 seconds and ISO 50 just to be able to capture that movement. And to make such a photo work, you need a fixed point, and in this case, it's the big trunk of the tree. I continued making those long exposures and experiment with different trunk shapes, and it was such a such a beautiful moment, because through those photos, you can say it was windy this day, and it has such a surreal feeling when you look at these images that capture movement. Look, this is a bird nest. I guess this is it for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to learn more about landscape photography, you can check out my ebook or one of my workshops, and you can find the details on the link from the description of this video. Until next time, keep on photographing, because it's the only way that you can get better. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.